let it be sleep, let it be hate, let it degrade, let it be deep. Some others should weep, some others should keep the memory of the way that I died. Maybe.
Welcome. If you never notice, or you go down even notice, say there's an increment in your tariff when you make calls and when you plan to recharge your phone or when you want to buy data. You don't discover, say, one way or the other. Say you don't discover, say, there's an increment in whatever thing you don't buy, an increment in calls. The NCC and mobile network don't come together, don't come into an agreement to implement a 60% increase on your calls and data. And you tend to wonder if this is the only responsibility of the NCC. That the Nigeria Communication Commission, their only responsibilities is when they take decision that profits the government and profits the network providers. And they've never for once taken into cognizance how these network providers, they extort Nigerians in different ways. Like they never hold them responsible or charge them for damages or charge them to pay compensation to Nigerians when they extort one way or the other. You never wonder, I don't believe, say again in Nigeria, when you never experience this, that you try to buy data online or buy data from a mobile app and they will be debited and discard out. They not go credit to their account or credit to the amount when you purchase, or the data when you purchase, or the credits when you purchase, and you don't go get a refund. And if you decide to, okay, let me see what has happened to the money that have been debited from my account, and you make calls or try to reach out to the bank to know how far. See, you debited me and I've not been able to receive the credit card I bought. Wait till they will tell you, don't make reference for you to make you call your network provider, that they not get any issue with that. And you cannot quantify the amount of money when these mobile networks or these network providers, they make by extorting Nigerians in this way. That if you take a statistics, you'll be amazed, you'll be surprised, say that they make hundreds of millions daily in debiting Nigerians. They're unable to credit Nigerians, and we know they cry out. And even if we don't cry out, the NCC, who is a body set up by the federal government to handle this kind of situation, not go do anything. But you see how easy it is for them to implement a 60% tariff, despite they know how the situation, the economical situation in Nigeria be, and how Nigeria, they struggle daily to even meet up with basic needs like provision for shelter. You need to make money for yourself if you want to put roof over your head. You need to make money for yourself if you want to put food on the table. How Nigerians, they struggle daily just to meet up with basic needs. And these organizations know the feet stand for Nigerian backs to fight for Nigerians, which happens to be one of the major reasons why these organizations or agencies are set up. How long are we going to continue on this path? How long will mobile providers extort Nigerians in different ways? How can these mobile providers not be held responsible? But when things that benefit them or benefit the federal government come on board, it is very easy for them to implement it without even weighing how these policies or these things, when they want to implement, how it will affect the common man. With the kind of situation, the economical situation in Nigeria, so nobody would the reason, they know the reason how these things affect Nigerians. Like, how long are we going to continue in this situation? Like, how long are we going to continue in this path? Is there no hope for Nigerians? Like, why BC policies, and they're not the set up policies when they benefit the Nigerians? Policies when they say Nigerians go look back. Just take, for example, the Donald Trump. As soon as Donald Trump won elections, he don't set up a team. And sometimes when I watch news, about Donald Trump and how teams they come about, it's got that some of them say they don't plan on this, what did they implement now for this Donald Trump administration for more than a year. That they team up, they don't set up team. Donald Trump don't set up team already. They don't make plans, go into research, take deep dive on what they need to do as soon as they come on board, if they eventually win. That's to know a serious government. That's to know a serious person. And we saw how he was able to effectively implemented more than 100 executive orders in his in a day of inauguration. That there was no need to wait. I have to start doing everything right, putting everything in the right track to do what? To make these Americans in a short period of time start seeing the effect of this maladministration, the positive effect of this maladministration. Because that is the reason why more than 60 or 70% of Americans voted for Donald Trump. They were tired of the stress when the Democrats, they put them through. They were tired of how the pains where they go through as a result of wrong policies by the Democrats. And they decided to, okay, why don't we try this man with these policies is coming about? If they pay more attention to the middle class, if they find ways to effectively cleanse the bureaucracy, clean the government system, find ways to do everything possible, maybe say, the policies I'm going to implement are policies that will be of great benefit to the everyday Americans. Why can't we just learn from this? Why can't we just learn from this? That you set up policies, you see the situation, the dying need of Nigerians, and all the policies the federal government are implementing daily are policies that are not bringing succor, that is not bringing solution to the common man. See, it is our time that we know that in as much as accumulating wealth and becoming so rich one way or the other give you temporary happiness, you should also take a back and try to put into consideration what will happen in the afterlife. Because every of your decision, every of your actions that you set up to do on the short period of time you are here on earth, what will determine, they are the determining factor of how your next life, your afterlife is going to be. That is the scorecard when they go to measure us up, whether you like it or not. Each and every one of us believe that there is an afterlife, and we believe that afterlife, so things there when we need to do for here, when go determine the kind of life we go live in the other world. So these are ways that these are things that we need to put into consideration when taking actions. Especially these people, these Nigerians when they occupy public offices. You find your way in a public office. Use that position to elevate the common Nigeria out of this poverty, out of this systematic poverty. This poverty is engineered. It is engineered. If you see the high rate of illiteracies in the north, you see the high rate of poverty mentality when they affect us, especially those of us from the south. You see the way they use propaganda and ideology to make us the fight against one ourselves. You see ways how religious leaders, they come up with ideas on why we're going to fight among ourselves, and nobody they look in total in providing the solutions and the formats when will take us out of this situation where we don't find ourselves as a result of steps one don't take, wrong steps and wrong decisions one we don't take. Nobody they look into all that. Nobody they pay attention to how we're going to take us out of this chaotic situation when Nigeria don't find itself. Now see all the things now. See how because of the Donald Trump suspend the USAID, and how DOGE, that is headed by Elon Musk, DOGE, DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, that was set up by the President and Donald Trump administration. It is an organization or the arm of the U.S. government set up by Donald Trump administration to checkmate the system, to checkmate why it be say, despite all the taxes and everything, when the American citizenry they provide. Why BC American they face so much American debt now about 40 something or 30 something trillion dollars. And so the DOGE set up by Donald Trump was to checkmate the system to see where there is mismanagement, where there are lapses, and find a way to reduce the workforce. Because they say from America, there are many people when they work from home, when practically the federal government, the funds, they pay them salary and alawi, and they really know the work. So he needed to clean the system. And the best person he felt that we were able to do that was Elon Musk. Why did he pick Elon Musk? He picked Elon Musk for so many reasons. He picked Elon Musk because he saw what Elon Musk did to X, the former Twitter, when he bought Twitter. Elon Musk reduced the workforce to about 5,000. And this workforce, when he reduced, when it say go destroy Twitter, that the guy does not know what to do, have become more efficient than those when get big workforce. Close the office when they for Africa, when they for Ghana. And we'll see how Twitter don't they grow. Sorry, the X don't they grow. Elon Musk is an amazing businessman, a man who owns like 5 different businesses, and the 5 different companies when he don't open, when he don't set up, are all successful. Is he SpaceX? SpaceX late last year was able to catch booster. Before NASA and every other people, when they engaged in traveling outside the earth, or when they launch out rockets, satellites and stuff like that, countries where they do one, and they spend billions of dollars and take long time for them to be able to carry out a launch, because of how expensive it is. And because of how expensive it is, they need the backing of government. And almost needed to cut these things down. Now, what they decide to do, so that's okay. This booster won't be seen and they carry this thing go up. Instead of being to anytime I want to launch, I'm making a new booster. Why can't I provide a means whereby this booster say launch these rockets go up? I go fit catch them back. And that was what they did. Him and his team, after so many trials, we are able to successfully catch a booster. See, when I went through that stuff, it was amazing when you have a description of how tall the booster is, the weight of the booster, the mass of the booster, and the physics. Do you know what it is to catch it? They say the booster have the height of a 23-story building. Just imagine. 23-story building. That's the height of a booster. This booster, after launching, coming out of the atmosphere, Elon Musk and his team were able to design a physics that gave that booster a direction to a hangar, and it was able to cut that booster again. It just shows amazing and how intelligent that man is. So, might not to digress. So that is one of the reasons why Donald Trump picked him. And also, Elon Musk spent millions of dollars in helping Donald Trump becoming the next president. I think in one of the states in Pennsylvania, there was a time Elon Musk was giving the Pennsylvanians $1 million every day. Like, if you don't vote or they just play like a ballot, giving them $1 million every day until the election. It was one, I think it was the highest donor to Donald Trump. And these were the ways, or these are the things he did that brought Elon Musk very close to Donald Trump. And we saw waiting on the unfold since they put a pause on the USAID. I think in 2023, the USAID had a budget of $40 billion. That was their budget of $40 billion. The USAID is the arm of the US government that, what will I say now? Sponsor foreign programs to support other countries, and they support like about 130 countries around the world. Their budget in 2023, I think, was about $40 billion. So you see how much when the USA they got in. So just because Donald Trump does okay, I need to clear the system to reduce our our debt is skyrocketing, and if it continues like this, it is going to destroy the US economy. And they went into the USAID and discovered so many misappropriation. Discovered so many misappropriation of funds, mismanagement of funds. And do you know one of the funny thing I observed? That the USA from 2022 to 2024 don't send about $2.8 billion to Nigeria. That's more than 4 trillion naira to Nigeria in different forms through different agencies. Now you will ask, now if you want to go audit all those agencies, you don't go see see those money. I can tell you that a larger part of that amount don't go into personal accounts. They count as free money. We all hear that America released aids to Nigeria. That's all the year and reach. There's no accountability. We've never heard that one day, we heard that, America released aids to Nigeria worth $500 million. And after some few months, you hear a breakdown of what the money was used for. We never get those things from that. Nobody is held accountable. Nobody is held accountable in Nigeria. You are allowed and permitted to do whatsoever thing you do once you are holding a public office. Because the public office is so friendly, embodied with a lot of alawi, so anybody can kill, anybody can do anything. That's the reason why anyone going for public office do not mind the number of persons or the number of heads they match to reach that place. And they don't mind spending whatsoever thing they get, because they understand that if I am in that position, whatever funds are spent to push myself to this place, this position I'm now occupying will provide the funds for me to pay back. So they don't mind killing. But in other civilized world, the public office is designed not to be friendly. Why is it designed this way? To ward off people who have selfish interest and allow meritocracy, the act of people coming into the system based on merit, those who want work for the betterment of the country. Imagine if such is if such is born into Nigeria, say we can't practice this system of meritocracy. Say now anybody when the old public offices is not based on your religious affiliation. It's not based on your ethnicity. It's not based on your race, on anything that will just put what they call ethnicity and religious blindness to everything and say now as Nigerians we are not going to pick anyone because of any geopolitical zone. We are not going to pick anyone because of any emotional attachments. We are just going to pick this individual because he have the characteristics. He gets all the qualities when we need for someone who needs to occupy to that position. Because whether I would like it or not, identity politics play a major role in determining, hope I get that English word. Identity politics play a major role in determining the outcome of the previous election in Nigeria. Yes, because there are many people who practice partisan politics in Nigeria. That no matter how bad with the kind of policies and ideology when their party they get, they'll say, if not be APC, not be APC. Anybody APC bring come out and that person I go vote for. Like, they make consideration of this person when they bring come out as candidate. This person, he go fit do this work. Like, you don't check all those things out. The thing when you only tick for your boss now, say, okay, this person at my party. We play partisan politics, which happen to play a major role in the last presidential election. We are good at playing identity politics. You are voting for this person because of ethnicity. Oh, now from my place. Oh, is na Yoruba? Because na Yoruba, I must vote for him. Why? Now, because we don't really pay attention to the outcome of our decisions. Because everything when you decide to do is a choice. But you should also know that every choice have a repercussion. Now, you wonder now. Not be the same market all of us they go. APC, PDP, Labour Party, we are all going to the same market and facing the same pain and hardship. And some persons don't cry out, say, oh, I don't know, I wouldn't have voted for him. Who told you never knew? So you think I would just come out for public office and spend millions of naira? You think when they give you those multi-pence during election day, they collect? You think say they know find ways to get them back? That as soon as they just go where they go now, they'll just they work for you after they sort you out. Do you know how many millions of dollars when some of them they borrow just for election purposes? Do you know? And when they lay this foundation, they lay these ideas into our children when they come up. It will become a cycle. This same thing when we experience now as a result of wrong decisions when they make, so our children go still experience the same decisions because we not pattern their life for it. We not really know say, man, it's not all about money. It's not about what you're going to get now. It's more about what the future holds for you. And that is what sacrifice is about. Sacrifice is delaying your temporary gratification for future meaningful purposefulness. Like that is what life not just sacrifice. That is what life is based on. Like you are going to school, they go enjoy yourself. They read it, they go school because say this book when I read so not me because it go benefit me today, because it not really go give you any benefit today. Now because you want your tomorrow to be better than what it is today, so you are putting in sacrifice, you are giving in sacrifice. These are the things that Nigeria need to put into consideration, that whatever decisions you decide to take today, you should also know that you are going to reap the consequences of your decisions. When you take money for the politicians, you don't know say you go pay for them. That you didn't know that this person, when they spend money, they give you this, they give you this, they tell you jargons. You don't know say you go cry one day for them, and you not go get anything. He might not go pick him because he has paid for it. When will it be a time for Nigeria to come on board and they said we want people of competency, people who can trust and hold responsible? See our judiciary system, see how they fail. See our legislative system, see how they fail. The individuals when you go put in position today in Senate, in House of Rep, when they go get to there, so now they don't forget where they come from. They don't forget all their promises, because they know if I don't really do their promises, no one is going to hold me accountable. And even if I have court cases, there are many ways I'm going to buy my way, which is common practice in Nigeria. There's always a price for everything in Nigeria. Price tag there for everything. If you kill somebody, you don't want to pay for it. Can you afford it? If you can't afford it, you will let go. They'll let you go. They're going to let you go. So how long are we going to continue in this act? Let me go back to the USAID again too. When it started trending, we just say, hey, they don't stop and this and that. Bro, if you read some kind of things when the USAID they sponsor, do you know that USAID, one of the US congressman, Scott, a Republican, discovered that the USAID was also sponsoring terrorist group. They were sponsoring BOKOHARAM. They were sponsoring ISIS. They were sponsoring Al-Qaeda. And other terrorist groups around the world. Sponsoring them to destabilize the government, to cause chaos. Just imagine. Just imagine. Like when I received that information, it affected me. Like now, yes, of course, I also know that we have politicians who are also sponsoring terrorist group. They are everywhere. The federal government probably are aware of this. They know these individuals when they fund the terrorist group. If person not do your back, you know, get mind to do what you want to do. Now a bandit could just come, kidnap people, the demand of trillions of naira. Go come out, go saying if you not do them, you don't do, and nothing they happen. And they go pay those funds, whether the federal government pay or not. The individuals, their family will go fast, they want to raise money, pay those funds if they want their family come back to life. If for you to have such boldness, now based on the person when they your back, that's what life just did. Now the person when they are back, now they determine the kind of nonsense when you fit do. That is the truth. Imagine the sponsor, USA the sponsor. See, I think I wrote some things down when they still the sub sponsor. I can't remember. Let me go through some of them. Some of the things when they the sponsor. The USA they sponsor transgender rats. That means they use $10 million to create transgender mice, transgender rats. Then they spent $2 million to study the fertility of transgender rats. You imagine waiting these people they sponsor, what did they spend funds on? Now, because I believe one of the reasons why they use animals first, because most of the times scientists they use animals till they do trial and see how effective the whatever thing when they put into use go be before they do human test. So they want to know how the possible fertility rate of a rat, a transgender rat, and see waiting goes up. Then when they see waiting goes up, they'll come they do human trial. You see the wokeness when they among the Democrats. $30 million was directed towards research on HIV transmission among transgender individuals in South Africa. USAID was spending $30 million to do research on HIV, not HIV transmission among everybody. I want you to get it right. Among transgender. $30 million. They were spending $1.5 million to advance DEI, which is known as diversity, equity, and inclusion. That is the umbrella where wokeness, transgender, LGBTQ, they under. They use those until they encode them. And until they encode all those things. 1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia. So these are the things that the DOGE, which is headed by Elon Musk, the Department of Government Efficiency, saw in USAID and decided to put a pause. No. It's not that totally they are going to stop with several things the USAID is sponsoring. There are good things they were also sponsoring. Things like provision of HIV drugs and research on some other sicknesses when they do. All those good ones, they go allow them flow. But all those ones, they won't cut them off. Now, you see the difference between a government and administration that knows what they are doing and one who came into power to cause pain. If you take into comparison, you see the policies implemented by Donald Trump, compare it to the policies implemented by our own dear beloved President Tinubu when both of them came on board. You see difference. From the ones implemented from Donald Trump, you discover that every policies and executive order it don't sign are all for the people. All for the people to cut waste and do everything possible to reduce their debt. And also do everything possible that normal thing when they affect because the Democrats stop the exploration of oil in America. Like America prefer to go America is one of the countries when get the highest deposit of crude oil in the world. Like the crude oil when they from America ground there. I'm not sure say Saudi Arabia get them. But the Democrat put a stop to it. No, so no, we don't want to do oil exploration. More they buy, and because of green energy. So stop so many companies from growing. I think I heard in California that in 2030 or 2035 that there's a policy or there's a plan already at float that every car in California will be electric, meaning that just see how it will be impossible for 60 to 70% of the Californians to get vehicle if such policies be. That is the reason why right now so many people don't come out from California, they relocate go other states because of their wokeness, their policies. Now let's go back to the comparison between Nigeria and America in terms of policies implemented by the president that came on board. You see how our own people came on board and decided to create pain. The value, I'm not saying the value of Naira was wrong, but at when it was done was very wrong. You did not put into consideration how, because why you not put them? Majority of Nigerians, or if not 70% of what in Nigeria they use, or 80%, or if not more than that, what Nigerians they use daily, are all brought into the country. We don't get majority things on the deal on. So they bring in. That's the reason why there's expense. You see how car skyrocket. Cars that you were buying like in 3 or 4 years ago, or barely 3 years ago, that you could buy in 2 million naira, is now 7 or 8 million because of the valorization of the naira at the wrong time. Now, when economy don't this stable, they do all those kind of things. See policies on subsidy removal for oil, fuel. Of course, we know the effect we still get on Nigerians. There was also, I still know say yes, it gets a good side. Yes, it was also, see, majority of the ways that have benefited the elite and businessmen around in Nigeria were siphoning and making lots of funds through subsidies. Not be those ones when they siphon our crude oil. I think when China's TV one time did a documentary on local refinery, they discovered about 700,000, if I'm not mistaken, 700,000 barrels of oil. Nine one way or the other vessels and different people, businessmen, they come out from Nigeria. 700,000 barrels daily. They don't lock up, build pipe, lock them up to NPC until they do them. Like, see, one of the thing when if President Tinubu just do so now, when go sweeping for body, now maybe they audit NPC. See, they go discover billions of dollars when those that agency or now agency I won't call them, I'll be waiting I won't call them because they big past Nigeria self. If they audit those people, things when they go see. Things when they go see. Any ministry when they audit for Nigeria, things when they go see. These are the things when we need to start today. Pay attention to, like, it is our time that we start doing things that, because the mistakes when we don't make as Nigerians, I don't even think whether if we decide right now to start doing what is right, that there will be chance for us to enjoy the benefit, because there are a lot of work to be done in Nigeria in all sector. In as much as we need to hold the government responsible for their failures, we also need to hold ourselves responsible, because we play a larger role when it comes to the chaotic situation when Nigeria did too. We play a larger role. Ethnicity, small thing. The politicians don't cite up something to us now. All of us don't blow up. They know to incite, and with the four puts all the time. With the four puts, they just put religion in our midst. We don't four puts. They not say no, this and this. We don't four put. Ethnicity, no, not greed. We don't fall put. How long are we going to continue in this part? And this part of allowing wrong decisions and not owning up to our own responsibility push us into where we are not supposed to be. See, there's a significant role that Nigeria needs to play in this world. You get a role when God give Nigeria to play. And there's significant role when each and every one of us need to play. You don't get anybody when come this life when not get purpose. You might not be able to, you might not find your purpose that is led for you. You might not be able to achieve your purpose that is led for you. But nobody come this life when not get something when they create them for. If you are here for something. It is not left for you to discover why you are here. Sometimes along the line we get to find out the purpose why we are here. Sometimes some of us do not find the purpose. And that is missing the mark. Missing the mark is sin. I tell you, the Greek meaning of sin and the Hebrew meaning of sin is missing the mark. Then the definition, the meaning of sin in Hebrew and Greek is missing the mark. So if not finding your purpose here on earth is missing the mark, how you say you does it score you in the afterlife? If sin now missing the mark and you not finding the purpose is missing the mark, how do you think you'll be scored? How do you have you weighed in how you think you'll be scored? Now you pay attention to things that are very irrelevant, things that have temporary limited happiness, like things when not go give you eternal joy. Me when they talk to, not be say I they do the good thing, no, but it's certain that we start realizing that all of us they mess up, with the fuck up, and the failure of holding up to our responsibility and doing what is right and finding our purpose. Say the reason why broom when they use is useful. Now when all of them come together in unity, like you cannot use a broomstick to achieve anything. Now it is the unity bounded together by the coming together of the broomsticks. Now go make them get purpose. If we say, oh, they work on individualism, you they consider just yourself. You know, they make consideration that the decision you're taking on, the role you are playing right now, or the position you find yourself right now, the actions when you take as a result of where you are at this point in time, based on the position you are occupying, it has a way your role affects the next person. Your actions have a way it affects the next person. It has a role, it has what it does. Now, I also talk about, might finish about this USAID. I'm one of the reasons why I'm so happy. I don't know why I'm happy for this Donald Trump election. I knew that Donald Trump is going to win. I'm always saying it. In September, on my ex, I tweeted and I congratulated him. I said, congratulations on Donald Trump. I know so you go win this election. Don't say I know so you go win. I just said congratulations, you won. Like I followed the election to knew that all the fingers they say I ain't go winner. And sometimes I wonder, like, his winning gets something when it stop, because there are so many things that were going to happen or would have been in place if another Democrat stay in position, especially the one when Democrats bring Sona Kamala. Now things will happen. Either there would have been a nuclear war because they were not ready to give in right now. So you see, I don't discover the meaning of leadership in so many ways. And if you say Jesus lifestyle, you can understand that leadership is not the power that you accumulate based on the position you are occupying. Leadership is service. It's the ability to understand that you need to humble yourself by bringing yourself down. And that in bringing yourself down does not mean you've reduced yourself or you've reduced your power or your influence or your affiliation, whatever. But that is what leadership is. It's about service. That is just what leadership is about. Now, when you see some kind things when they happen, you need to use and take the flesh. Jesus Christ is our best example of what leadership is. That how he was able to, because there are so many things when, if na me be Jesus Christ one for do, like the nonsense one for not they take. Maybe I for my leg for not they touch ground. I just walk on. Because when you imagine saying I'm the son of God, man, I get the power to do. Me when fit turn water to wine. Like there are things that I'll just do things, man. But if you see the passion, how he was able to go through the pain and the sacrifice and everything he went through, and how, despite all those pains when he went through, on the cross, you come they tell them say, God forgive them. They not to know what they do, not to mind them, not hold them, not hold this sin against them. That's leadership. That's the height of leadership. I also read in the news, on a Facebook post of someone, of a girl when meets a Facebook lover, and they talk, they chat, and one day the guy just talk. I think it happened in whether in Kwara State. The guy just write the girl, say, "Alpha, move a line." The girl come, the guy please, they not see the girl again. After they search and decide to track the girl's phone number to see the last person she called and track the person, they discover the boy. They ask the boy, say, "Alpha, you are the last person this girl called. Where is our daughter? Or where is this girl?" She denied. When after so many things, they check the boy room, say the boy don't slice the girl into pieces. And the guy was a cleric. The guy. And nobody believed that this guy could be able to do that. He don't slice the girl into pieces. He don't even add chemical to it, whether preservative chemical or something. Like, you tend to wonder when the Bible says the heart of man is desperately wicked. Sometimes we know they understand that verse, or me not they understand that verse. Now, until when you see some kind of things when they happen, go they wonder the mind when people get, like to feed just mind, keep people mind, keep something of your own being, your type, kill them, pieces them. Like waiting mind you to fit get that mind to fit do that kind of thing. So it just make me say, okay, let me talk about it, because I think that thing just happened recently. Yes, okay, let me talk about this gospel artist. I think his name was Ajayi, that killed his girlfriend. And when I read that news, or I came across that news, I tried to gather some of the information from that news when it was trending. And the things I gathered were from the information released by the girl's mother and her sister, that they did not really know the guy. That there was never a time they met this guy. That this guy not be the other sister said, this guy not be my sister boyfriend. And the mama said, I've never in any time come in contact with this guy. Then I kind of wonder, like, what if the sister, the mother, the information they gave is true? And from the information we know about the girl, I saw some pictures about the girl. The girl addressing and the way she take the cover up shows that she's from a good home. It tells a lot that she know herself, one. And the kind of with such dressing, girl when they expose or they show her cleve, they show her bust, or they show her things like that, you're not saying now for good home they're brazen from. I know they thought say every person when they dress like that now good person. I'm just trying to use based on the small things once they add them together. If you not be what I feel they talk feel they nonsensical in the sense that if you not make sense. But I just say why would not picture around like this if let's assume say the mother is true, they don't know the guy. The reason why they thought say is they don't know the guy, and I say they know the guy, not because of say the guy don't kill their daughter, and a person when they know, but they want deny him, so that no. More as you say, okay, they know the guy. And let's also put into our assumption that the girl is from a good home. And that girl went from a good home like that. Once a girl don't they do NYC, you don't they serve. Your parents like don't they give you some kind touchy body, say alpha. Then if you be girl that time, if you carry your guy come house, because they want to know the kind of person when you date. They want to know, say, okay, which kind of person is my daughter they date? I want to see the boy. You the girl so now. That time, you know the fear to feel say me your boy come find you for us. The same thing there, yes, because they don't say after you finish your service, you're supposed to arrange yourself to say you want to go, you want to marry. As every matter for every Africa or every Nigerian parents. Like you don't say, after what did they do? Time all this also come up from my house. You get all those kind of things. Okay, let's put that one into assumption and let's put them up into one side. So that means if the parents are, if the waiting the mama they talk they true and waiting sister they talk they true, why not feel say the person where they tell know the girl, not be the guy? the girl get boyfriend when they think know him, but not be that guy. Why would not feel say that Ajayi na the boy, na the girl's side boyfriend? Say the girl gets me boyfriend, but inside boyfriend na that Ajayi. Because look from wetin Ajayi give us information when he say 90 kill the girl. He say number one, me and this girl no dey spend time together. That was what he said in his statement, in the first statement before they went to court. That me and this girl no dey see. That anytime she's around me, she's always with her phone. There was nothing like I caught her cheating or I saw her with another guy. The two things when the boy give as wetin push him to do wetin he do. And I say one, the girl no get time. So because if the girl and if the boy and the girl real boyfriend, you must get time for your real boyfriend when you love. So whether they feel say if the boy complain, let's also assume that all the two information that boy give on they know they spend time together and the girl they chat with another boy for phone. Not true. It means probably anytime when this girl they with this Ajayi, if they chat a real boyfriend, when the boyfriend asks and say, how far where you dey? Go say, I dey house with mom, say I dey here. Because your real boyfriend, you must always want to reply him. And your real girlfriend, you always want to reply him. You always want to be in communication with them. Because now they be the real one. Your side boy or your side girl, guy it day. Because your side boy or your side girl no say you get me one. So they know the two verse, side boy or side girl, side chick or side guy, not the two verse when the girl they write a boyfriend. Because they know say the boy or the girl get real boyfriend or get main boyfriend. Then they just they follow. They always they know that one. That is what I just feel. I just feel that the girl was cheating on her boyfriend and the person who until they cheat on I be this Ajayi. Because from the information Ajayi gives, say they know they spend time together. Maybe they spend more time with the main boyfriend and maybe now once they can't spend that time. And jealousy, envious. And because of this the boy nature, the boy allow the devil to use him to commit such abomination. Now let's look the boy side also. From the way the boy take care of the girl and the information when the boy give out, I say, okay, yes, I'm not the to regret this thing when I do. I'm not to regret them. The first time when did they give all those information? That boy, with the way they say the girl body, the boy pieces out into many pieces, into almost 50 pieces. Why would no reason say this boy, for this boy to fit do this kind of art now? See, now very simple logic. Now simple logic. Now common sense. Person when they kill fowl for the first time, go take time for them to fit kill or process fowl. If you kill fowl the first time, go take time to fit come out the feather. Go take time to fit pieces some because you don't know how to take pieces. Because the guy go cut for fowl. If you not cut that place where the fowl go spoil when they for the blood that day, I think so. You go make everything bitter. The person when they on the act or when they kill fowl for long period of time, or when the fowl now waiting the kill where we specialize in fowl, you know how you take dissect and slice everything in less than 10-15 minutes. You don't do everything about that fowl, from killing and removing of the feather to butchering. So for that guy to feed a butcher and human like that, I believe that one will be the first act. That guy and person they need to watch or to do a proper investigation to watch. Please, girls, you have to be very careful. Not be everybody when write you for social media and I be real one. No. Some just want to use you to make funds. We have ritualists everywhere. You have to be very careful. Not all that glitters are gold. You don't want to be patient anymore. They'll use it, they'll waste you, go. You'll go, God will hold you accountable. Say, you're not supposed to come now. Why you come? You don't fuck up. Oh yeah, collect. Because now you fuck up, now you make them kill you. You don't want to be patient. They allow what you they see to determine the decisions when you want to make. When you forget, say, what you they see, you know they last long. Because values, they know they see them with eye. girl when or boy when get potential, they know they see am with eye. You have to study, you have to stay, you have to observe for a period of time, for some time before you go see, say this person get prospect, or this guy's person get values, or this person, if I deal with him, so I'll survive for life. It takes time. So you have to be very careful. I just say, man, just throw weight on that one, because I just feel say, if you just be say the way I take reason and I say just a B for that girl. Matter. So that is it for today. If you like what we are doing, support us, follow, subscribe, repost, and do well to comment in all our episodes. Have a beautiful week. Peace.
Yeah, instead of be them, let it be me. Since I will die, inevitably, then let it be, that it be said, when I am dead. Some other was free, some other was fed, some other not me, was able to see that long as we live inside of a country where no one is safe, no one is safe. We only evade, try to escape the imminent doom, but closer the date looms. It comes for all. If we must go, then at least when we fall, when